Hello, this is your girl, Coach Corey. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the place to inspire, motivate, and impact. So, welcome back again. We have an interesting video. Okay, I'm excited. I don't know about you, but when you've been married to the same man 30 years, boss, and we've been together 35, we're both alive and well, and there is no murder cases anywhere, there is something to celebrate. So join me. Today we are going to take our journey. I want to share with you, because if you watched my last video, you know I talked about we will be celebrating 30 years of marriage on November 1, 2021, and we're believing God will see us safely till then to celebrate His faithfulness and His goodness. But it has not been an easy journey, and I just want us to talk. I want us to talk because we know in this day and age it's not easy. But before we get into the serious stuff, today we're just going to do a throwback. I want you to know this guy who swept me off my feet, this guy who we have been together with, this guy who puts up with this woman who can talk until I had to open my YouTube channel, people. Anyway, so I have with me my photo album. Here I'll share with you some pictures, and the photo album is as old, it is dated. Yeah, I hear people saying it's dated. It's quite dated, and it has some amazing photos. So 1991, November 1, this happened. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it properly. I can't tell if you can see it well. But on November 1, we said our vows in front of friends and family, and we had an interesting wedding. We'll talk about that later. Today I want us to just talk about how we met. And why am I even sharing this story? And I'll tell you why. I'm sharing this story because I know so many girls who are looking for a husband, and so many men who are looking for a wife. And nowadays I see people writing, what they want and all that. And all that's great, don't get me wrong. But your package might come in a very unexpected sort of way. So what am I saying? Let me share with you my story. So it's 1986, July 10, 1986. I have just landed in Chandigarh. If you don't know where Chandigarh is in India. Punjab University is actually in the city of Chandigarh. That is northern India, really beautiful place. So I have just landed. I'm 17 turning 18, so quite young. We're 3 students who travels together. We have a host, and it's morning. We arrived in the morning, and our host is just trying to get us situated. So she takes us to the bank, open a bank account. After that, we walk to the market. The market was not very far from where the university is. It's a place called Sector 15. And by then, this girl, she's a Kenyan, but she is talking Hindi. She's speaking in Hindi to the Indian guys there. So we go to the market, and I see two guys cross the road, and they come to say hi to our host. And I see these 2 young men, and one of the guys had Aki Afro. He made Michael Jackson look like he was joking, and was wearing some corduroy jeans. They're not jeans, they're corduroy pants, and a t-shirt, and some glasses. Now, why is this important? In my young list of kind of men I wanted or did not want, there was a certain criteria. One, the guy could not have like a big afro. I had just gotten over the Michael Jackson phase, so I was moving on to like more like Ray Parker. If you know Ray Parker, then you know what I'm talking about, where you kind of trimmed on the side and you had a little bit long on the back and a little bit here. Yeah. And if you don't know, it's okay. Let's move on. And then I also did not own a guy who wore glasses. Back then, we used to say guys who wear glasses are studious, meaning like they are too into education. Please note, I have come to go to college, and I seem to have a problem with guys who are studious. It was such a dumb way to look at things, but my naive 17-year-old self, yeah, that was my standard. No big afros, no glasses. Then this guy crosses the road with his friend, and I see, dang, boy looking good, boy child is representing. And here I am, of course, I am a dignified young lady, and I'm not about to show it. But that was the first time I laid eyes on my boo. And it was a while after that we met, and we started talking, and we just started, going out. And it's interesting because I had just landed in India. I was a first year, he was a second year. And what is interesting about this story, this guy was a student like me. In India, you don't work, when you're going to school. So you're really receiving support from your parents. And so whether you're dating or doing anything, none of you really has an income. And none of you can even get an income. So we dated. But here's the interesting thing. We had a bicycle. Actually, I had a bicycle. So he used to carry me at the back of the bicycle, and we would go. On Wednesdays they had English movies in one of the places. Otherwise, the other days were Hindi movies. But on Wednesday there was this particular theater that had English movies. I want to say KC Theater. If you know, if you were from Punjab University or anywhere around that time, and just put a comment. I'm not quite sure. And I remember he was my boyfriend then. He said to me, one day we will have a car. And I used to sit on the side, and I would not fall. I knew how to maneuver as he was riding. Talk of a workout. And when he said to me, and I even remember till now where we were, because we were on the way to the movies, and he said, one day we will have a car. I about fell off that bicycle. And he said, because you have laughed, we will have two. So he was prophesying, he was speaking into the future. Why is this important? It is important because unbeknownst to me, I later came to find out that, remember I told you he was a second year? Guess what? He had seen my name in the list of university students that were coming in, and he had actually looked and said my name out and said, this is going to be my wife. Please note, I was not looking for a husband. Okay, I was 17 and I was about to enjoy my life. This is college. So I didn't know this guy has proclaimed things. I didn't even know that you can even do such things. And hopefully we'll get a chance to hear from him. I don't know if he will agree. He's shy. He's shy in front of people, but he's very good one-on-one. Clearly I make up for, yeah. But that's how we met. And guess what? It's been a long road, but 30 years. 30 years. I have more to share, and I'm not going to share it in this video because I want you to come. And I want to tell you, how did we do 30 years? How was it? What has kept us together? How are the children? How did we raise children? What values have we had? Just for the record, we were just two simple students who met and fell in love, and that was it. We didn't know anything about marriage. We didn't know what to look for in a spouse. We had no relation. I cannot claim at that time, let me speak for myself. I cannot claim to have had a personal relationship with my God. No, that wasn't me. In fact, I felt the God of the Christians, which is where, the kind of family I came from was more of a Christian family. I thought God was rather boring, at least the God that was presented to me. And he was a God of the colonialists, so I had no reason to embrace him. And so I was not into religion. That was just not my thing. We're just two young people. And let me say this. I'll end with saying this. My best years, and I know this is gonna sound wild, but the best years of my life was spent in Chandigarh, India. I explored and I fell in love, and it was beautiful. And then I went back to Kenya. When my studies were over, I went back to Kenya, and life started for real. If you want to know what happened next, let's see you at the next video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and remember, do not despise the package that God sends you. You never know how your prayers get answered. My husband, he is now my husband, but at that time he didn't look like anything worth, except he was a pretty good looking dude. That he was. But that corduroy and pants and that t-shirt, I actually ended up trashing the t-shirt. So yeah, I still trash some of the clothes that I don't like because he doesn't throw anything away. But let's see you next time. Subscribe, share, and let's build families together. Remember, do not despise the package that your blessing may come in. You never know what God has in store for you. And like I always tell you, you're the answer to somebody's prayer. See you then.